Yo mamas, welcome back. It's your lady Ray Ray. So you've gone through your whole pregnancy glow, you've gone through the birthing experience, and now you're home with new babies. So now what? Well, here's a few pointers to help you navigate through those first couple of weeks of postpartum. Pointer number 1. Your first bowel movement will have you reminiscing or have you experiencing deja vu of the labor you went through. Yes, it is excruciating.
Hey, you're supposed to give me some pee-pee. Where's that pee-pee? We're talking about pee-pee here. I need that pee-pee.
Oh no, Mr. Toilet Man.
Listen, I've had it with you. You better give me that pee-pee. Give it to me, or the next time you sit on me, I'm gonna bite off your tushy. Yes, yes.
I'm not going to try to frighten you too much. What I'm going to try to do is curb the tell of the pain that might come or might not come. Stool softeners. Have your significant other or have yourself make sure you have stool softeners in the house.
Get Ducolax. Relax your dookie.
Dusolax or Ducolax, whatever that thing is, or a laxative. But make sure you have a stool softener. Trust me. Nobody wants that surprise. I didn't, and I got it. When you get home from the hospital, you're not going to want to cook. You're not going to want to clean. You're going to want to sleep.
I'm just a big toasty cinnamon bun. I never want to leave this bed.
You're going to sleep a long time because after giving birth, it's like going on a marathon that you had no idea you could run, and you ran it and you just want to sleep. After you sleep, you're going to want to eat.
Can I get some pepper?
Yeah.
I sure was hungry.
He just ate 57 full-course meals.
Really? I lost track around 40.
Can I have another bowl, please?
I think you've had enough for one day.
Yeah, you're right. I probably should save room for some dessert.
Eating, however, is not something you're going to want to get up to do. Walking can and will be difficult for most mothers postpartum. So, have maybe, if you can, plasticware, paper plates, paper cups, or plastic cups ready for you for when you're going to come home after you have the baby, because washing dishes isn't going to be on the top of your priority list. Cooking isn't going to be on top of the priority list. If you can save some money aside, just maybe eat out a couple of days. If you have friends or family who are concerned and ask you, hey, is there anything I can do to help this process? Say yes, you can. You can cook for me. You can cook for me for the first couple of days postpartum. If you can't have access to food delivered to you, or someone go getting you some food. So with this all going on, you're hungry, you're sleepy, you're in pain, you need a stool softener. You also might want to stock up on some adult diapers.
Yeah, I'm good.
Y'all got motor oil here?
Yeah.
This whole after the giving delivery process isn't going to be exactly clean. You're going to have a lot of blood coming. It's going to be like your menstrual cycle from the depths of the crater of you know where. It is bad. So instead of changing pads on and off again, just wear an adult diaper. You're going to be still exhausted. You're going to be still sore. And adult diapers really were wonderful. I probably wore adult diapers for the first week, maybe the first 2 weeks. They're wonderful. And your flow is going to be so heavy, you're going to thank me for me telling you to get some adult diapers.
Is thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Another plus of the adult diapers is that your vaginal muscles are going to be very, not as strong. They have done more work than they ever have in your entire life.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Yeah, there it is. Nice.
So when you laugh and when you, even move too quickly, sometimes you might pee yourself.
I got to pee.
Oh, that's what he said?
I got to pee.
Oh.
I'm gonna pee on myself.
Do you know where he was?
Just peed on myself.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. But
I'm wet.
no, so afterwards, can you describe to people who don't know him? His name was Michael, you said?
I think
Huh?
his name was
Mike? Okay, we'll be right back.
So kind of like the last few weeks of your pregnancy times 10, because you're going to have some emergency issues and you might not make it. So definitely adult diaper is the way to go. So pointer number 4, you might want to consider an Epsom salt bath, maybe some lavender oils in the bath as well. What Epsom salt does is it helps relax the body, and it also helps your sore vagina. Now, if you didn't give a vaginal birth, I don't know much about C-sections, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be having baths after having been stitched up. But once you're able to get to that point, Epsom salt baths are wonderful. So if you're one of those mothers who gave birth the all-natural way, Epsom salt is something else you might want to stock up on after giving birth, because it is amazing. And if you can add a couple of drops of lavender oil or your favorite essential oil to the bath to help relax you and help relax your muscles, that's always a big plus. If you decided to take your placenta home like I did, have a plan for it. I was like I told you in the previous videos, I was on the cusp of capsulating my placenta. I decided against that and ended up burying it, but partly also because it was kind of unsightly in the fridge. So, my advice to you is have a plan foolproof for your placenta after you leave the hospital. This pointer also, I want to extend my reach and give my opinion and tell you to take your placenta, or just don't let them throw it away. Because if they throw it away, it's a waste. There's even ways that they can take the placenta and send it in and have studies on it and tell you, how healthy your placenta was. And it's just, don't just throw away your placenta. Another pointer I want to give you is maybe have a lactation specialist on hand. I had the privilege of having a wonderful nurse who had just got her lactation certificate, and literally the day after I gave birth, she was at my house, and in 15 minutes she was gone, and my baby and I were breastfeeding like pros. Some people may not do the breastfeeding route. I highly recommend for the first 6 months of your child's life, at least. As for me, so far I've been breastfeeding for 17 months. fact that I'm able to breastfeed for so long, I attribute it to having a lactation specialist on hand. I only needed to use her maybe 2-3 times, but the first time it was amazing. Like the first couple of days you're home with your newborn, breastfeeding is foreign to you. I mean, I know it seems like super easy, right? You just put your nipple in your baby's mouth and they start sucking. No, it's not that easy. There's certain positions, there's certain techniques. Your baby has to latch. Your nipples might be inverted. Your nipples might be too big. Your nipples might be too small. It's a lot more complicated. And then there's also the chemistry between you and your baby, you know, how you guys work with the breastfeeding thing. Obviously we worked out pretty well, but some mothers out there have difficulties. So if you're able to have a lactation specialist or nurse available, I strongly advise you to have a lactation specialist.
All right.
Oh, drink up, precious.
Ooh, this one's real wriggly, huh? Come on.
Come on now.
Suck it. What? Ow! Whoa! Oh, that is not okay.
Have something on hand that will help you through your mood swings. After delivering a baby, for me it was a girl, a fluctuation in your hormones, which can lead to what some people may call baby blues and what some people may call postpartum depression. I would say if you play video games, have those on hand that you like. If you like reading, have books on hand that you like to read. Have crafts on hand. Whatever it is you like to do, make sure that is in an easy access to you right now, because your body is still surging with a lot of hormones, and that can cause some depression. One thing that I took herbally to help with my postpartum depression was St. John's wort. And that helped tremendously. Also, if you can take some cool calming teas or have some herbal remedies, that's also. Another pointer is keep things on hand that help encourage milk production and flow. Some things that I took herbally for milk production and flow was fenugreek, milk thistle, and I took a tea called mother's tea or mother's milk. Yeah, I think that helped a little too much, so I only drank that about twice, and I still have a box of it sitting in my pantry. To this day, I still have no need to use it, but I do take fenugreek on a regular basis. I take about 200 milligram I take about 3 200 milligram capsules every other day or as needed. One little side note is that if you get stitches, like I did, they might send you home with some opioids, like Vicodin or Percocet. I had Percocet, and it may have been a low dosage, but remember one of the first pointers I told you was about having a stool softener? If you're taking any medications or opioids, those can really constipate you and make the pain worse. So it's not just the pain about when you're actually making a bowel movement, it can be a constant pain because of the pressure and the constipation, and it's terrible. It made me so miserable. I thought it was pain from my delivery, and I was taking my Percocet for the pain, and it was causing more pain. So when I called my doctor, they had told me, you're constipated too, because you're constipating yourself. So got the stool softener, and all of that went away. I no longer needed any Percocet. So if you go home with any sort of opioid or pain relieving medicines after you get stitched, make sure you have your stool softeners on hand. They can be constipating. Hope you found that insightful. If not, maybe a friend or a family member might find it insightful. Please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and have a fabulous day.